Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Security forces stop assassination attempt on 3 women, district constable in custody. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF has announced a major multi-agency operation which led to the thwarting of a plot to murder 3 women in western Jamaica. The police, acting on intelligence, conducted multiple raids where several people were taken into custody. One of the people arrested is a district constable. Deputy Commissioner in charge of Crime and Security Fitz Bailey provided an update to the media.
During the operation, premises located at number 4 and 6 Bricknell Terrace, Charlton, Kingston 8 was searched, and a male, Matthew McIntosh, 25 years old, and a female, Tia Simmet, teacher, were taken into custody. 1 American tactical hybrid rifle, along with 30 5.56 caliber rounds, were seized. Based on intelligence received, a red Toyota Yaris motorcar was intercepted along Washington Boulevard, where Andrew Wright, 28 years old, district constable attached to the Technical Services Division of the JCF, along with Adrian Graham, OC Shaba, and Aaron Brown, OC JJ, is 23 years old, were arrested. District Constable Wright was found with an illegal Glock 26 pistol loaded with 11 9mm rounds. I want to point out that the car that was intercepted was based on investigation and intelligence into an alleged contract killing, where contract was placed on the head of 3 females living in the western part of the island. In fact, $400,000 were given as a contracted fee to kill these 3 females. If it were not for the interception of that car, this morning we may have seen on the headline 3 females killed in the western part of the island.
Health Minister says vaccination remains an important response against COVID-19. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, says vaccination remains an important response in the fight against the coronavirus COVID-19. Speaking during the most recent COVID Conversations virtual press briefing, where he revealed that a traveler who visited Jamaica tested positive for the new Omicron variant, Tufton said the current vaccines are expected to protect against severe illnesses, hospitalizations, and death that could result from the Omicron variant. According to a release, it is against this background that Dr. Tufton expressed concern about Jamaica's vaccination number, which have remained relatively low. We have given 1.194 million vaccine doses. 557,000 persons are fully vaccinated, which represents 20.4% of the population, and just under 26% of persons have at least 1 dose, he disclosed. The minister also informed that 2,631 booster shots and 612 extended primary series 3rd dose have been administered. Tufton pointed out that there are sufficient indicators which confirm that we have to be particularly careful about the possibility of this highest contagious variant of COVID-19 being in the population. Omicron, as we understand it, spreads more easily than the original SARS-CoV-2 virus. Anyone with the Omicron infection can spread the virus by an infection rate of some 2.5, he continued. Meanwhile, Dr. Karen Webster Kerr said the country's daily positivity rate as of December 22nd is 6.8%, and that as of that date, 99 new cases were identified for a total case count of 226 cases, of which 2,450 people are reported to have died. The case fatality rate is at 2.6%. Bartlett Lord's new Sandals Investment. Minister of Tourism Edmund Bartlett has hailed a multi-million US dollar investment by Sandals Resorts International as the kind of positive development that needs to be highlighted amid the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. Sandals is currently carrying out over US $350 million in investments in Jamaica, with more to follow as it expands and upgrades several properties. Speaking at the ribbon-cutting ceremony for High Grove Village, which was officially opened at Sandals Royal Caribbean, Montego Bay, Minister Bartlett hailed Sandals founder, the late Gordon Bush Stewart, saying he had left a legacy that was world-renowned and was playing a major role in making Jamaica stand out as a premier resort destination in the Caribbean. I think the legacy that Bush has left the world by now of his iconic and most aspirational addition to the tourism landscape, Sandals, is indeed in great hands, and I want to commend Adam and the team for carrying this legacy so well, said Bartlett. He also highlighted Sandals moving forward with its development of high-end luxury product as something that not only inspires us in the industry, but gives us a great moment of delight and pride. Minister Bartlett said, arriving from his promotional tours over the past 6 months, we have detected an appetite for the Jamaican experience, and we've also seen a desire to engage in Jamaican brands. Speaking on COVID-19 pandemic, Mr. Bartlett said while there was a concern of emerging variant, there was so much more good news, including the Global Tourism Resilience and Crisis Management Center at the University of the West Indies had received special recognition as the world-leading tourism initiative at the World Travel Awards held in Dubai last week. This is a signature statement of how the tourism product in Jamaica has developed and how the intellectual and academic elements have come together to give us quantum leap in terms of understanding how to manage disruptions and how to prepare ourselves for waves of disruptions such as pandemics, said Minister Bartlett. He added that it was therefore necessary to take note of what's happening and to glory in what we're doing rather than to be negative. Sandals Executive Chairman Adam Stewart disclosed that we are looking at over US 350 investment in Jamaica, and that doesn't include Duns River Phase 2. Current projects include the expansion of Sandals Royal Caribbean with 84 rooms including a 48-suite High Grove Village, which officially opened on December 23rd. Additional investment is slated for next year on Sandals Duns River, Sandals Negril, and US $250 million on Beaches Runaway Bay. Expansion work to commence at Sangsters International Airport. Expansion work is to get underway at the Sangsters International Airport SIA, situated in Montego Bay, to better facilitate the more than 1 million passengers who traverse those corridors annually. Chief Executive Officer at the airport, Shane Monroe, made the disclosure while addressing the annual appreciation brunch organized and sponsored by the Jamaica Tourist Board, JTB, as a show of gratitude to the more than 8,000 employees at the airport. Special recognition was particularly paid to the Immigration and Customs staff contingent. The event was held on Wednesday. Monroe's announcement came against the evident spur in the high passenger flow through the airport since the island's borders were reopened to international travel on June 15th last year. Minister of Tourism Edmund Bartlett and Monroe had concurred that over the past several weeks, there have been an uptick in the number of airlines utilizing Sangster International Airport, bringing in record number of passengers to that airport. The month of December has seen the largest number of arrivals to date, and the island's premier marketing agency, the JTB, is being highly credited for Jamaica achieving this accomplishment. The airport will be expanding, Monroe assured. One project coming on stream shortly will be the expansion of the departure retail area with 50% more retail space, Monroe added. Monroe said when the expansion exercise is complete, it will provide better seating, natural lighting, among other amenities, as part of an overall improvement plan. This, he said, will boost passengers' experience. The Sangster International Airport is contributing US $200 million to the Jamaican economy annually, with a staff complement of 8,000 persons. 80% of the airport businesses are owned by Jamaicans, which Monroe hailed as something to heard about. Meanwhile, Bartlett seized the occasion to announce that Jamaica is now ranked as the top destination globally for tourism recovery following the hit the sector took due to pandemic. Jamaica is among the fastest recovering countries in the entire world, at the United Nations World Tourism Organization at the meeting of the General Assembly 3 weeks ago, the Caribbean was said to be the fastest growing region on earth in tourism recovery, and Jamaica led the Caribbean in that recovery, Bartlett told the gathering, which responded with a thunderous applause. Bartlett is particularly encouraged by the UNWTO's finding, as it comes after the historical cruise port of Falmouth in Trelawney was recently voted the world's best cruise terminal for 2021. Bartlett is crediting the JTB in their continued drive to promoting Destination Jamaica internationally, which earns the island's tourism production positive results. Bartlett added that he has been contacted by an official from a Middle East country to accept a group of young people to Jamaica to be trained in cruise tourism. This, he said, emphasizes the quality of Jamaican tourism worker and product. Security assurance. The Health and Wellness Ministry is assuring Jamaicans that all steps have been taken to protect personal data on their digital vaccination certificates, as the validation process used to generate, update, and correct information follows specific security protocols. The certificates, which have been launched, are being provided under a partnership between the Ministry, United Nations Children's Fund, and the E-Government Foundation of India. Data on booster doses are to be added to the certificates by mid-January. On Thursday, the Health and Wellness Minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton, said every effort was made to iron out the glitches which caused a delay in the rollout of certificates on Monday this week. But there may still be an issue that needs to be addressed, some as to spelling of the name on the certificate holder, as well as other errors. He stressed that the platform asked people to input all the information they had originally provided when they got vaccinated to ensure that there are no loopholes for fraud mischief. Technology comes with downsides, and people take pleasure in applying alternative means of invading or stealing information for various reasons. It happens every day. The technology can be breached if we are not careful, so this requirement for information upload is an additional security feature. It does take some effort, but it is an important security feature to validate that the person who is requesting a card is who that person says they are. Otherwise, you could end up with duplications and all sorts of things, Dr. Tufton noted. It really is a security feature, and I think it is an important one. From the citizen's perspective, they really should see the investment to fill out the form or to add the information as part of their own protection. Sean Bolton, head of the Information and Communication Technology at the ministry, added, "We ask for more information so that we can validate that the information that you would like to change is actually correct, and you are the person that would want to change this information, and it's your information. We don't want unscrupulous persons to be making changes to whatever information is on the card. We need all the information that we can validate that it's you." He said that while people may recognize specific errors, such as an incorrect name, there could also be an updated address, for example, which will then require another series of processes. So what we ask is that you upload your ID so that we can validate all the fields to ensure that your name, date of birth, and all the information about you is indeed correct, he said. Corrected cards will be generated in at least 72 hours. Bolton advised that in the event of an emergency, where an individual needs their digital card to travel, for example, they should visit a fixed vaccination site for assistance. Meanwhile, Dr. Tufton noted that the system is set up to address anticipated hiccups. Your name may be spelled wrong, something may be wrong in terms of your date of birth, but it allows you the opportunity to make those adjustments, he said, stressing that people with technological challenges can seek assistance from fixed vaccination centers where they can also have the cards printed. The minister urged people to take their vaccination certification handy, as there will come a time when they will be asked for a proof of vaccination for access to whatever situation you're seeking access to. He said the digital cards put Jamaica in the global position in which its citizens have easier freedom of movement in the COVID-19 screening process. Despite the few days of delay, I am convinced that it was well worth it, because we needed to iron out all, or as many as possible, of the needs that we needed in order to make it smooth transition, he stated. The World Health Organization standard digital certificates, which are universally accepted, feature a QR code to enable validation of the information on the card and vaccination status without encroaching on privacy. The QR code is readable on international digital platforms and can be printed on regular letter-sized paper. A total of 1,195,126 Jamaicans are now fully vaccinated. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.